In this dialogue, we will be listening in on a conversation between two longtime friends who have been financial gurus for a couple of big-name companies.
It's great that today is finally over. That boss of mine has his head in the sand.
Yours too? Well, mine has his head somewhere else.
I know what you mean. Mine actually had the nerve to tell me I was expendable after 15 years of working late. I have done nothing but cater to his every need.
We are expendable. They are the CEOs and they can fire us whenever they want. Listen to this. Earlier today, he came to me and asked for an update on the basket of shares for the S&P 500 and the Dow Jones. I didn't really have a problem printing that out. The basket of shares is just referring to the shares in those two indexes. Not a problem, I thought. I get down to his office, and he tells me that he wants a printout of the NASDAQ as well.
That doesn't sound all that bad.
Oh, it gets better. We have a new client who is bringing in some huge money, and he tells me that the client is interested in about 3 dozen stocks, and he wants me to calculate the prices of the basket of shares. He knows the amount of work on my desk, mainly because he gave it to me. But anyway, I started monitoring the basket of shares for the client today and marking down the price of the basket. And we both know that on the first day, you start out at 100 points or 100%.
Right. It will change the next day, of course, and you will adjust your points accordingly from that point on.
Exactly. But what do you think my boss said? All of his picks are doing so well. Are you kidding me? I was so dumbfounded. I was thinking to myself, how did he become boss?
You got me.
When I tried to correct him, he went off the deep end. Then we got to talking about the weight of the company concerning shares. I told him that if the share prices rise less than that of the basket, then the basket's value will decrease, and he sat there and tried to tell me differently. We actually had to call in the janitor to settle the dispute. Even the janitor knew the answer.
Are you kidding me?
Not at all.
So, did you teach him anything, though? That is the big question.
Well, before he fired us, all 3 of us had a heated debate about baskets. You should have seen us. It looked like a presidential debate.
Let me guess. The janitor won.
Funny, but not entirely wrong.
Really?
Yeah, in fact, he was teaching me a few things.
Like?
He told us that when share prices fall, they can 1. Decrease more than the basket price, 2. Decrease less than the basket price, or 3. Behave in the opposite manner compared to the price of the basket. He even knew about beta indexes and how they reflect the behavior of share prices during previous periods. And he told us about comparing them with the current period to see the behavior of the basket's price during that time frame.
Are you telling me that the janitor took you guys to school?
The janitor did not take us to school. He was the teacher.
Look at it this way. You can start your own business like you always wanted, and you can hire the janitor as your first employee. But here's some advice. Hire him as a consultant, not as a janitor.